Dawn, president of Concordia University Chicago. Thank you for tuning in to today's Cougar Athletics broadcast. We take great pride in the strength of both our athletic and academic programs, which are rooted in our steadfast commitment to Jesus Christ. Dedicated to the liberal arts as a foundation of a high-quality college degree, we believe education should form individuals for service to their neighbors. This makes Concordia Chicago an exciting and fulfilling place to study, work, learn, and grow. Learn more today by visiting cuchicago.edu. Thank you, and go Cougars!
Dave Dimling here, accompanied by the head coach of women's basketball, Coach Lauren. How's it going?
Oh, it's so good. How about you?
Pretty good. You guys got a game in a couple hours against Judson, but before we get into that, we'll kind of recap what you guys have been kind of dealing with last week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys kind of had an important win against Dominican in conference play. You guys were kind of never trailing. You guys kind of took the lead early on and just had it the whole way. Kind of give me the rundown of what kind of that looked like for you guys.
Biggest key for us was getting out to like a hot start. So we tried to make some changes to put us in a position to really buy into that. And then sure enough, that's what we did. And I felt like we shot the ball pretty well. We were aggressive on defense. We had something like 35 plus deflections that we were counting. And it was just a lot of, it was a good rivalry game and it was a lot of fun to experience together.
Yeah, absolutely. You kind of mentioned that Division Street rivalry. It's been kind of important for you guys lately, but mentioning some of the individuals, I think Abby Dykstra had about 5 threes for you guys. It was really good to see her get kind of back on track. Because what do you kind of think helps her when she's kind of having those games where she kind of starts shooting early on and kind of pulls back a little bit?
So she was in a little bit of a slump. We had chatted before the game, and she I said something to her like, well, we're running the first play of the game for you. You know, how are other ways you can impact the game when you're not maybe shooting the ball well? I said, that's what you focus on and the offense will fall. And sure enough, her resilience is crazy. And I pointed out all the time to the team just because she offers this like maturity, this sense of being unbothered, like nonchalant in her approach. To see her again, I feel like she can shoot through things and then realize, oh, you know what, like I'm a really good shooter. And
Absolutely.
so the talk we had was, I felt like efficient, and it was right before the game, and she went out there and she was hot. So she's just a pretty mentally tough young lady, and to see her have a game like that and continue on in that way we're all happy for that.
No doubt. I think too, when she's kind of playing her game, it makes the other players have such an easier time getting buckets as well. So.
Yeah, she can really space the floor out for us, and then she knows like, hey, I can get downhill too. And so her offense is something that does make our team, I think, go in ways that she's able to stretch the floor, and just she's confident in it. So, and she did find ways to affect the game in other ways. I think she had like 5 rebounds or something that game as well. So yeah.
Yeah, and then you look at some of the other players, like some of those key players that are there every night. With Yona Mora had another great game of 16 points. Mm-hmm. Grace had an efficient 14. How important is it kind of for them being out there every single night, it seems like?
You know, consistency is key, and you know that I is always playing in a consistent way, and she does impact the game in so many ways, offensively, defensively, and just kind of with her poise and leadership. And then Grace had her first double-double of the year, and she's missed a few by 1 rebound or so, or 1 point on the other way. So that was good for her. But overall, just everybody collectively had an opportunity to get in there, contribute, and then, I mean, it was a good old-fashioned team win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you guys, so kind of moving on, you got like a few weeks before you can have a couple more conference games, and there's obviously so much in between that with the New Year's festivities, Christmas, but before you get to that, you got Judson a couple hours. Is it hard to stay focused on the task at hand, or is it's just basketball at the end of the day?
So it takes, you got to really focus on keeping your girls present and aware that our break starts after this game. And it's an interesting thing to be on a sport and be here over break. It's you and usually just the men's team, and then you get to go home for 6 or 7 days and move on to come back and play. Like for us, we play on the 31st, so you get a little bit of a break. So
now kind of moving on, you guys got Judson in just a couple hours. What's kind of the expectation for this match, and then what can we expect to see on your last home game before Christmas?
Well, we get to be on our home court, which is a place we love to be. We're going to continue ramping up our defense and being as aggressive as we can. We're still working on getting the spacing that we want, sharing the ball the way we want, so looking for improvement in those things as we do head into break. And one thing I just wanted to shine a little light on that I didn't get to in the last question was to keep them focused. There's also other things we like. There's so much team bonding and things we do, so lots of meals, lots of things like that. And then yesterday they went to Feed My Starving Children. Awesome. And packed 30 boxes there for families in Haiti. So, as much as there's this free time to get to grow and build the culture and just enjoy time together, being able to serve and give back in ways is so important to our group. And they enjoyed their time, and we got to do a lot of good stuff there. So heading in now to today, just knowing how far this team has come and how special it's been to coach them, and having 1 game left of our 2025 part of the year. We just want to go out and play as hard as we can, get a good team win, and then enjoy time with our families after that.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds like a perfect way to end things off here. Good luck against Judson in just a couple hours. For any more information on women's basketball, head to CUCougars.com. I'm Dave Dimling signing off. As always, roll Cougs.
I do have a regular tutor. I come to see him every Friday. This is something I actually started doing here at Concordia. I never really sought tutoring before.
As the Dean of Students, I work closely with our students here, all the way from orientation through to graduation in a variety of capacities. We have CU Learn up on the second floor of the Christopher Center, which is a great space with some fantastic resources for our students.
This is more of a workspace, a hands-on place. We have small cubicles you can work in that have video screens so you can work on a presentation. You can work with your tutors for content areas.
Here at CU Learn, I tutor the natural sciences. For anyone who wants to become a student tutor, it will definitely expand and cement your understanding of the information you already know.
We were friends first, and once she got a job as a tutor, I was like, perfect, I know a tutor. I can go to her for help whenever I need it. I've received help studying and help with writing.
Being a tutor has actually helped me. I think it's kind of shown me where my strengths and weaknesses lie. Kind of complement each other in that sense so we can help each other out.
We've got subject tutors for nearly every subject up there, as well as our writing center. Our writing center is a great resource.
When I assign papers to class, I encourage every student to make sure eyes other than theirs read through their paper. The writing center is the first option. I always encourage students to make use of those resources.
Students can actually email their papers to the Writing Center and get feedback. All of our services are both offered in person in this CU Learn space as well as virtual appointments. Students can access Navigate. Navigate allows students to access a large list of resources, kind of where to go for different needs that they might have on campus. The core values of Christian faith, the individual, excellence, integrity, and service. I see CU Learn living those out every day.
All of your academic supports are concentrated in one location. If you need it, we should be able to help you here.
Everyone's goal in college is to succeed, right? To learn. CU Learn's been great support to my students.
It's never a waste to better your education or to strengthen your skills or skills you may not have. It's always good to learn a bit more and never to just sit back and not do anything.
The space itself, it's a really nice study space, large windows, a lot of natural light, a good quiet environment to work.
It's actually helped me learn a lot. Like even these classes that I've taken before, it's definitely enhanced my learning. So it's fun, I keep learning.
Make sure you come in and try it. It'll feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders. I felt more comfortable in my studies, completing anything necessary.
It's helped me become better, it's helped me hone those skills, and it's helped me make sure that my writing and my other academic areas are as strong as they can be.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Cougar Sports Network for some holiday basketball here in River Forest between the visiting Judson University and your Concordia University Chicago Cougars. I'm Caleb McLeod. Thanks so much for spending the day with us here today as these two teams get ready for tip-off. Taking a look at the tip here, going in favor of Concordia. Abby Kulig winning the jump ball. And we are underway in River Forest. Let's take a look at the starting lineups really quick for the Cougars. Out there in number 4 is Abby Kulig as Yone Mera picks up the first buckets of the day. Number 4, Abby Kulig. Number 5, Abby Dykstra. Number 10, Hannah Lopez. Number 12, Yone Mera. And number 55, Sophia Pedraza in their home whites, going from right to left on your screen. Meanwhile, for Judson, as that first three banks in for Maddie Carlson. Taking a look at the Judson starting lineup, Maddie Carlson, Jada Centeno, Alyssa Potter, Easton Kimball, and Bridget Grady. They're wearing their road black uniforms, going from left to right on your screen. And we're going to have ourselves a fantastic day here. Yone Mera kicks out to Dykstra. One more over to Pedraza. Pedraza for retaliation three. It's good. Sophia Pedraza. Looks like we're going to have ourselves a shootout in Geisman. The Eagles, a hot shooting team from three, as we see another one. No good, back iron. Rebound goes into the hands of Centeno. Feed inside, no good. Pedraza with the steal. This Judson team is a hot team from deep. I've talked about it a little bit as we've seen them already attempt it twice, but the majority of their game comes from outside the perimeter as Yone Mera, a pull-up jumper inside the paint is good. Looking at Judson's three-point percentage, they've got a lot of shooters that are shooting the majority of their shots from three, and one of them being, as that one finds its way into the paint, and good for Kimball. As I was saying, though, one of their sharpshooters from deep is Madison Carlson, who already picking up the points here today. A little turnaround jumper for Kulig, no good. Front iron. Rebound goes into the hands of Grady. Grady coming down quickly down the floor. Met by a double team. The feed inside. Up and no good for Kimball. Rebound goes to Pedraza. The feed down low for Kulig. Kulig a little stumble on it, but able to put the buckets up nonetheless. CUC picking up some full court press here. Carlson, right past Dykstra, a little pull-up just outside the paint, makes its way in. Rolled around the outside of the rim before finally dropping. 9-7 your score here. Lopez cutting inside, pull-up jumper from the free throw line, no good. Rebound into the hands of Kimball. Fast-paced game so far in River Forest. Centeno kicks it back out. Potter thought about the three, has that one poked away on the drive. Pedraza coming in, up and good for two. Sophia Pedraza. Pedraza is someone that has been coming in for the Cougars as of late and really making her impact. She's had a fantastic season so far, as that one's going to be heading down the other direction. And we're going to see our first timeout of the game. I believe called by Judson, but that is going to turn to a media timeout. But as I was saying, Sophia Pedraza, she's a freshman coming onto this team, and early in the season she wasn't seeing a start, limited minutes coming in. But as time has gone on, she's really picked up the pace a little bit, and she's provided a spark off the bench for the Cougars, and that translated into her picking up her first career start on the road last week at Dominican 1 week ago today. In that start, she went 3 for 6 from the field and overall just had a fantastic outing. But most notably, her career high came in the home conference opener against Rockford earlier this season. That was kind of the big turning moment for the young freshman. She picked up 15 points and 5 steals. And she's just been a little bit of a spark. She's playing tight defense. She's a little bit pesky. She's picking up those steals, and it's really been an impact for the Cougars, as we've already seen that here today for Pedraza. Already 5 points. She's leading this team so far. She's 2 for 2 from the field, one of those being a 3, and she's already got a steal. So looking to continue to utilize that freshman and continue to be a spark, and lineup stays the same for the Cougars coming out of the timeout. And I believe lineup staying the same as well for the Eagles. 6:45 to play here in quarter number 1. Full court press from the Eagles. Lopez inbounds to Yonemera. Yonemera coming up the floor, guarded by Centeno. The feed up ahead is picked off by Carlson. Carlson coming down quickly. Guarded by Yonemera. Yonemera is going to get called for the block. I believe Yonemera just jumped a little bit on that contact. But before the shot, so it's going to be baseline inbound for Grady. Feeds it up to Kimball. Looking to get something inside, and the three-point look is no good for Potter, but the offensive board, Potter has a chance again, and she puts it in. A great offensive board that turned that one into 2. Yonemera here on the near side wing, cuts back, finding some space. She finds space all the way in, and she's going to find 2 extra points on it, splitting 3 defenders. The trap coming on that far side. Eagles moving the ball really well. The corner look for Potter. She sends it up ahead to Carlson. Carlson back to Potter. Potter for 3. No good. Offensive board goes to Grady, but ripped away by Kulig. The feed ahead. Pedraza's look ahead to Yonemera. No good. Kimball with the rebound. Just a little bit too much juice on that pass from Pedraza. Yonemera did a nice job of handling it, but off balance and trying to move quickly. She couldn't quite finish it. Potter in the corner, feeds it inside to Kimball. Kimball guarded tightly by Kulig. Kulig doing a nice job defending there as that one goes all the way over. Dykstra with the rebound. Cougars looking to pitch ahead quickly, but Pedraza gets caught in the corner a little bit, but Grady picking up the foul. And we're going to see our first substitutions of the day for the Eagles. Number 24, Jessica Meyer checking in. And for the Cougars, at number 23, Nevaeh Jackson checking in. Couple of Wisconsin kids. Jessica Meyer from Cuba City, Wisconsin, and Nevaeh Jackson from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. As Jackson thought about a 3, instead pulls for a mid-range jumper, which is good. Nevaeh Jackson checking in and immediately picking up some points. Full court pressure still from the Cougars. Looking for some strong defense. Kimball kicks it back out to Grady. Grady across court for Potter. Potter feeds it back up to Centeno. Centeno directing traffic now. Looks at Grady. Grady has that one poked away by Yonemera, and she's able to keep control of it, but Nevaeh Jackson with some tight pressure bounces that one off. And the shot clock reset on that. I'm not quite sure that it should, as there was no real control, but they are going to leave it at 20. So fresh 20 on the clock for the Eagles here. Opportunity. Potter feeds it inside to Meyer. Meyer kicks it back out to Grady. Grady takes the baseline drive back to Meyer. Meyer up and good for 2 in the paint. 15-11 here in favor of the Cougars. Yonemera coming down court, guarded by Centeno. Kick up top to Pedraza, back over to Yonemera. She pulls a 3, no good, back iron. Rebound goes into the hands of Kimball. Centeno bringing the ball down the floor, guarded by Jackson. Look to get the feed inside to Meyer, but it's broken up a little bit. The kick for the wide open corner 3. Potter, no good. Jackson with the rebound. Cougars coming down quickly. Not very often that Potter has a miss like that. She's a top shooter for 3 for the Eagles. 16 of 52 so far on the season. As that one rolls out, rebound into the hands of Grady. Potter in the corner. High post look to Meyer. Meyer feeds it down low to Kimball. Jackson coming away with the rebound. Feeds it ahead to Yonemera. Yonemera. Near side wing for Jackson. Cross court to Pedraza. Baseline cut for Lopez. A little short corner look, no good. Rebound into the hands of Kimball. Only Cougar down there on that box out was Abby Kulik. She was surrounded by 4 Eagles, so really did not have much of an opportunity there, as Yone Mera is going to get called for the foul. A incredibly big mismatch there, as Jessica Meyer going up for the shot. Had a nice little pump fake, but Yone Mera jumped on it. Yone Mera sitting at 5'6", Jessica Meyer sitting at 6'4", so not much that Yone Mera could do there aside from foul to try to prevent that easy bucket. But a baseline inbound here, just inside the 3, a little hesitation from Grady, and Jackson now going to pick up the foul. Still no free throws shot here in the game. Another baseline inbound, Grady inbounding for the Eagles. Feeds it up for Centeno. Short corner look for Grady is good. Bridget Grady, senior from Algonquin, able to drain that one with plenty of space for her first points of the day. Dykstra to Holiday, to Kulik, trying to go back to Holiday, but Holiday was not ready for it. Kira Holiday recently checking in that wave of subs that came in. Also checking in for the Eagles was Kira Graves, as that corner 3 is good, and it's going to force head coach of the Cougars, Lauren Martin, to take a timeout. Eagles have gone on a 7-0 run in the last 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Meanwhile, the Cougars have been cold for nearly 3 minutes. So Eagles taking the lead for the first time today, and that's enough to force Coach Martin to take a timeout. Coach Martin, in her 8th season as the head coach at Concordia Chicago, interestingly enough, got her coaching career start at Judson. One of her first opportunities to coach out of college came at Judson. She took an assistant job there, stayed there for about 1 year fresh out of college before she was able to move on to another opportunity. So it's got to be a special moment for Coach Martin, getting to coach against the team that really gave her a good start to her career, a long-standing career. As I mentioned, the past 8 seasons here at Concordia. Before that, she was an assistant coach at North Park. 16-15 now in favor of the Eagles. Sophia Pedraza here. She takes the drive inside, kicks out to Lindley Southern, recently checked in. Abby Dykstra for 3 is good! A much-needed bucket for the Cougars, fresh out of the timeout. Dykstra able to knock that one down with ease. Dykstra leads the CUC squad in 3-pointers, 18 of 65 on the season. Quick transition look here. Jackson up with a right hand, and it's good through the contact. Cougars quickly turning a corner. Whatever Coach Martin said in that timeout riled them up enough. Minute 23 now to play here in the first quarter, as that one's batted around into the hands of Dykstra. And I believe they're going to get the foul call on Callie Kurzik. I do believe so, yes. So Kurzik just checked in, and that pass was going to be broken up by Dykstra. And one of those just unfortunate, both going for the ball. Pedraza here feeds it up to Dykstra. Dykstra guarded by Kurzik. Jackson now takes some space. Finds a wide open Lindley Southern in the paint, who puts that one off the glass for 2. Cougars doing a nice job of sharing the ball here today. Some unselfish basketball being played early on. Corner look here for Graves. She takes the baseline drive, finds a wide open Kurzik in the paint, who puts that one off the glass for 2. 22-18, under a minute to play. And a kicked ball there. Pedraza got caught in the trap right near the baseline. .7 on the clock here in the first quarter. Holiday inbounding, finds Pedraza. Pedraza turns, once again caught with that double team, feeds it ahead. Almost picked off there by Centeno, but Southern able to collect it and feed it ahead quickly. 17 on the shot clock. Holiday directing some traffic here over to Pedraza. Pedraza brings it back up to the top, finds Southern on the wing. Right back up to the top for Pedraza. Holiday finds a cutting Southern. 5 on the shot clock. Someone's going to have to take a shot here. Holiday takes a deep look and no good. Heading down the other direction. Again, I was talking a little bit about the Cougars playing some unselfish basketball, and arguably that might have been a little too unselfish. Just a lot of ball movement there, but resulted in an unfortunate shot at the end, taking a little bit too much time to find the right look. So under 10 to play in the quarter. Eagles have the opportunity. Carlson has that one poked away. Pedraza now up ahead for Nevaeh Jackson, who I thought was going to be able to get that one off, but could not quite get it off before the buzzer. A great feed from Pedraza to Jackson, but that's going to end the first quarter 22-18 in favor of the Cougars. We're going to take a quick break right here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network for quarter number 2. Cougars lead the Eagles 22-18. Eagles starting out with possession here. Coming down the floor is Potter. Has that one poked away. Dykstra able to keep it in bounds. Pedraza taking it, feeds it over to Jackson. Jackson up and no good. Batted around and ends up into the hands of Kimball. A great steal from Abby Dykstra. And again, just some unselfish basketball, looking to share that ball a little bit too much. Pedraza had a look as that corner 3 bounces off back iron but goes into the hands of the Eagles. A little bit of a size mismatch once again. Meyer inside the paint. Triple teamed by the Cougars. She kicks it out. Potter for 3. No good. Rebound goes to Holiday. Graves was in there, but I believe the Cougars primarily focused on putting 2 bodies on Jessica Meyer. Dykstra's deep 3 is good. Abby Dykstra, fire me up. Cougars lead 25-18 fresh into the quarter. Corner look here for Potter, no good. Batted around, it goes into the hands of Southern, who picks up the foul in the process. Alyssa Potter picks up that foul as Abby Kulig now checking back into the game for CUC. Southern bringing the ball down the floor. She looks to feed it ahead to Pedraza. Carlson able to get a hand on it as Kulig's pass goes right into the hands of Carlson. Carlson coming down quickly, guarded by Holiday. Up and no good. Through the contacts, Holiday comes away with it. She pitches it ahead to Pedraza. Pedraza feeds it back out to Holiday. Turns for Abby Dykstra. Abby Dykstra for 3. She does it again! Welcome to Abby Dykstra's gymnasium, ladies and gentlemen. 28-18 in favor of the Cougars. Carlson bringing the ball down the floor. She feeds it over to Kimball. Kimball back over to Carlson. Carlson, corner look for Graves. She has it. Back iron into the hands of Dykstra. Southern now with the ball, slowing things down. Gets it back over to Pedraza. Pedraza up top. High post look for Kulig. A little short corner look for Southern, and it's good. and that's going to force the Eagles to take a timeout. The Cougars have been nothing but hot from the start of this quarter. 3 of their last 3 have been good, and it's extended their lead significantly. Abby Dykstra, with back-to-back triples, has been instrumental for the Cougars. She's up to 9 points on the day, 3 for 3 from deep, while also adding in 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Dykstra, she's been starting the majority of the season for the Cougars, if not the entirety of the season for the Cougars. A junior transfer from Yale, Michigan, and just been absolutely electric. She started to find her groove again in the last few games. Coach Martin bringing her in, knowing that she's going to shoot the ball and knowing that she's going to stay consistent and confident in that shot. So far on the season, making 8 starts in 9 games, but in every single game she's played for the Cougars, she's played double-digit minutes, most of them upwards of 25. In their last game against Dominican, Dykstra, 5 for 10 from deep, shooting 50% in the game. It's a impressive feat, especially playing down the street in Dominican University's gymnasium. It's a intense battle between the 2 schools on Division Street, so being able to shoot well and perform well at Dominican is always an impressive feat. So Dykstra looking to keep that going here today. Already, like I mentioned, 3 for 3 from deep. 30-18, 7:45 to play. Eagles looking to find some momentum after the timeout, and the deep look here from Centeno, no good. Batted around, but the rebound goes to Carlson, who gets that one up and in for 2. Full court pressure here from the Eagles. Dykstra gets caught a little bit, and Carlson's going to come away with it. I believe Centeno poked it away. Carlson up and no good on that one. Dykstra reaches for the rebound, but no good, ends up in Centeno's hands. And the Eagles have a chance here. That one's going to be poked away by Pedraza, but recovered well. The corner look here for Grady. Double teamed by Kulig and Dykstra. And a hard fall there for Grady. I believe they called a jump ball first. They do, so that's going to go in favor of the Cougars. Judson had the ball at the start of the quarter. Full court pressure once again. That one's batted around almost into the hands of Kurzik. Cougars able to get it across the court. Dykstra with some space. She goes up and no good. I'm not sure if that was blocked or just a tough off-balance shot, but either way, Kurzik ends up with the rebound. Centeno feeds down for Kimball. Kimball double teamed by Kulig and Southern. Kicks it back out to Centeno. Centeno crosses the court over to Carlson. Looks to feed it inside. A little mid-range blocks by Abby Kulig, but goes right back into the hands of Kurzik. Kulig is down. I believe she got hit in the face in it, but Kimball's fouled going up. So we're going to see our first free throws of the day. Kulig still in a lot of pain. I believe she subbed out here. Nope, still remaining in the game. Abby Dykstra subbing out. So 2 shots for Easton Kimball. Kimball shooting just around 73% from the free throw line this season, as that one misses into the hands of Kulig. And Kulig draws the foul there from Grady. Full court pressure from the Eagles, almost into the hands of Grady. Kulig sees plenty of space, pulls back, lets the Eagles defense resettle. Jackson kicks it back out to Pedraza. Pedraza feeds a in-motion Southern. The cross-court look for Lopez. Back up top for Jackson. 7 on the shot clock. Jackson, a deep 2, no good front iron. Goes right into the hands of Grady on the rebound. A baseline drive for Kimball, rejected there. Jackson with a dirty fake there. Feeds the ball up top to Pedraza. The high post look for Kulig. Kicks it back out to Pedraza. Pedraza calls for a screen, uses it. A step back three. Sophia Pedraza, no good, but Hannah Lopez with the rebound. Fresh 20 on the shot clock for the Cougars. Jackson finding her way all the way in, and they're going to get the block call. I believe, if I see correctly, that is on Jada Centeno. Very much wanted the charge call. I believe she might have just still been a little bit in motion on it. Jackson was coming in hard. As we see some subs coming in on both sides. Carlson and Kimball checking out for the Eagles. Jackson at the line. First free throw, no good for Nevaeh Jackson. She's shooting just around 71% on the season. Cougars have been on a scoring drought in the last 2 minutes, 41 seconds. As Jackson's free throw breaks that. Eagles been on a scoring drought just around the same. Potter feeds Centeno back up top. Potter with the look in the corner. She chooses not to take it, instead feeds the mismatch inside for Meyer. The kick out for Grady, no good. Heading out of bounds. And I believe that was Kurzik that was trying to save it, but could not quite get there in time. So the drought continues for the Eagles. Jackson, guarded by Kurzik, feeds it ahead for Holiday. Holiday pulls it back. Already used her dribble, so has to find a feed. Kicks it back up top to Jackson. Jackson rejects the screen from Chalmers. Looks to feed Holiday in the corner, but a great jump from Centeno. Breaks that up, and with 9 seconds on the clock, the Cougars have a sideline inbound. Holiday cuts back inside. She's going to pull for a mid-range jumper. No good front iron. Centeno with the rebound. Eagles are coming down quickly. Feeds it up ahead to Kurzik. Cross court back to Centeno. She's trying to cut inside. Looks for the low feed for Potter. Sends it back over to Meyer. Meyer's hook shot, no good. Kulig with the rebound. Immediately double teamed, but she's able to get the feed ahead. Jackson with plenty of space. She drives in. And they're going to call the foul before the shots. Nevaeh Jackson driving in, fouled once again by Centeno. .402 remaining in the first half. Baseline inbound, Jackson looking for an option, finds Pedraza. Handoff back to Jackson, guarded tightly by Grady. Great defense there from Bridget Grady as the elbow jumper for Kulig doesn't fall, but goes right into the hands of Carlson. Corner look for Potter. Instead, trades it for a wide open look for Jessica Meyer in the paint, who's going to get fouled in the process. Meyer heading to the free throw line. Shooting just about 36% from the charity stripe this season. Very limited opportunities that she's had at the free throw line, though. As her first one finds its way through the net. Second free throw is good to make this a single-digit game once again. Full court pressure from the Eagles. Inbound to Pedraza, back over to Lopez. Lopez kicks it ahead to Jackson, who's in full speed but pulls back. Finds some space, a little floater up high off the glass, but gets fouled in the process. Believe they're going to get Meyer on it. Excuse me, no, they're going to get Potter on it. Potter was trailing right alongside Jackson's hip. That's going to put Nevaeh Jackson back at the line for two. Jackson 1 for 2 here today. As I said earlier, shooting just about 71% on the season. Puts the first one through the net and extends this back to a double-digit lead. Second free throw for Jackson is good. Cougars lead 33-22, 3:30 to play here in the half. Kick ahead to Potter. Short corner look for Kurzik. Finds the feed in. Potter with a look. Passes it ahead to Carlson. Carlson finding a way into the paint. Up and no good on the off-balance jumper. Almost in, but she's going to get fouled in the process. And that's going to put Maddie Carlson at the free throw line and bring in a slurry of subs. Carlson shooting her first free throws here today. Shooting just about 67% from the charity stripe this season as she misses the first one. Second free throw is good, and we're going to see some more subs coming in. Jackson here on the near side wing, guarded by Graves. Quick movement from the Cougars and some intense defense from the Eagles. Pedraza looks to drive in, kicks it out. Dykstra has her three blocked by Liliana Mack. And that's going to be a turnover for the Cougars. Liliana Mack checking in for the first time, sophomore from Goodyear, Arizona, and she immediately blocks Dykstra's three. 2:46 remaining in the game, and that's a turnover for the Eagles. And in the process, Kurzek's going to pick up the foul. And that's going to move things into the bonus. Sophia Pedraza making her way to the free throw line. Shooting her first free throws of the day. First free throw, no good, back iron. She's shooting just about 78% from the charity stripe this season. Second free throw is good. 11-point lead for the Cougars, 2:42 remaining in the half. Full court pressure from CUC. Graves has that one ripped away by Dykstra. Jump ball in favor of the Eagles. Kiera Graves turned right into Dykstra. I'm not quite sure she knew how tight that defender was and turned and basically handed that ball on a silver platter to Dykstra. Centeno gets that one ahead. Kurzik here driving in, off balance, no good. Rebound goes into the hands of Southern. Full court pressure once again. Pedraza making her way down court, moving quickly, has that one poked away by Kurzik, but they're gonna get her for the foul. So that's gonna put Pedraza back at the free throw line. Callie Kurzik checking out. Easton Kimball checking back in for the Eagles. Pedraza's first free throw is good. Both of these teams cold from the field. The Cougars 0 for 6 from the field. Haven't scored any points not from the charity stripe in the last 5.5 minutes. And the Eagles, they're right there as well. 0 for 7 from their last 7 from the field. They haven't put anything up aside from anything from the free throw line in the last 5 minutes and 18. Inbound play here. The look for Jackson. Pedraza with a look from 3. No good, back iron into the hands of Carlson. Centeno bring the ball down the floor. Feeds it ahead for Bella Bloomer, recently checked in. Looks to feed Kimball, but has that one broken up a little bit. Bloomer back to Centeno. The corner look for Mack. She's going to drive it in. Has that one stripped away by Dykstra, but she's going to get called for the travel first. Both of these teams playing fantastic defense, making it impossible for one another to score. As Jackson able to get through that trap there, little inside out, loses control, regains it. Minute 41 to play into the half. Pedraza brings the ball back up top, finds Dykstra. Dykstra over to Jackson. Back up top for Pedraza, under 10 on the shot clock. She rejects the screen, kicks it back out. Jackson for three, you betcha! Nevaeh Jackson breaking the drought for the Cougars, drains a three, puts them up 38-23 with a minute 15 remaining in the half. The inside feed for Kimball. Short corner look for Bloomer. She's going to put one up. No good. Rebound goes into the hands of Holiday. Kira Holiday moving quickly down the floor, feeds it ahead for Jackson, whose layup is no good. Rebound goes to Mack. Under a minute now to play. Mack up top, feeds back over to Centeno. Centeno corner look for Carlson. No good. Rebound goes to Nevaeh Jackson. Pedraza slowing things down here. Guarded tightly by Carlson. 10 on the shot clock. Pedraza, a little pull-up. No good. Met by Bella Bloomer in the paint. And the Eagles have the chance for the last shot of the half. Centeno bringing the ball down. 10 on the shot clock. Bloomer up to Carlson. Carlson taking the cut inside, finds Kimball, whose shot is no good. I'm not quite sure if Jackson got a piece of it or not, but they're going to call the jump ball. Jump ball in favor of the Cougars after the last jump ball had gone to Judson. 1.4 remaining on the clock in the half. If the Cougars want to do something, they got to do it quickly. They get it to Jackson. Jackson's half-court heave, no good. So that's going to do it for half number one here inside Geisman. Concordia Chicago leading 38-23. These two teams heading down to the locker room for 15, so we're going to take a break as well right here on the Cougar Sports Network.
University Chicago is a Christ-centered Lutheran university where truth, freedom, and vocation form students for lives of influence and service for the common good. Our university offers a wide variety of undergraduate and graduate degree options that are available in person and online. That means we have a program designed for you. Whether you're a high school student, an adult returning to complete your degree, or someone looking to enhance your credentials and prepare for career growth. As a member of this university community, you'll also find support in your spiritual and personal life so you can grow in the faith and discover ways to serve others. To start your next journey with us, visit cuchicago.edu today. University Chicago is a Christ-centered Lutheran university where truth, freedom, and vocation form students for lives of influence and service for the common good. Our university offers a wide variety of undergraduate and graduate degree options that are available in person and online. That means we have a program designed for you. Whether you're a high school student, an adult returning to complete your degree, or someone looking to enhance your credentials and prepare for career growth. As a member of this university community, you'll also find support in your spiritual and personal life so you can grow in the faith and discover ways to serve others. To start your next journey with us, visit cuchicago.edu today.
I do have a regular tutor. I come to see him every Friday. This is something I actually started doing here at Concordia. I never really sought tutoring before.
As the Dean of Students, I work closely with our students here, all the way from orientation through to graduation in a variety of capacities. We have CU Learn up on the second floor of the Christopher Center, which is a great space with some fantastic resources for our students.
This is more of a workspace, a hands-on place. We have small cubicles you can work in that have video screens so you can work on a presentation. You can work with your tutors for content areas.
Here at CU Learn, I tutor the natural sciences. For anyone who wants to become a student tutor, it will definitely expand and cement your understanding of the information you already know.
We were friends first, and once she got a job as a tutor, I was like, perfect, I know a tutor. I can go to her for help whenever I need it. I've received help studying and help with writing.
Being a tutor has actually helped me. I think it's kind of shown me where my strengths and weaknesses lie. Kind of complement each other in that sense so we can help each other out.
We've got subject tutors for nearly every subject up there, as well as our writing center. Our writing center is a great resource.
When I assign papers to class, I encourage every student to make sure eyes other than theirs read through their paper. The writing center is the first option. I always encourage students to make use of those resources.
Students can actually email their papers to the Writing Center and get feedback. All of our services are both offered in person in this CU Learn space as well as virtual appointments. Students can access Navigate. Navigate allows students to access a large list of resources, kind of where to go for different needs that they might have on campus. The core values of Christian faith, the individual, excellence, integrity, and service. I see CU Learn living those out every day.
All of your academic supports are concentrated in one location. If you need it, we should be able to help you here.
Everyone's goal in college is to succeed, right? To learn. CU Learn's been great support to my students.
It's never a waste to better your education or to strengthen your skills or skills you may not have. It's always good to learn a bit more and never to just sit back and not do anything.
The space itself, it's a really nice study space, large windows, a lot of natural light, a good quiet environment to work.
It's actually helped me learn a lot. Like even these classes that I've taken before, it's definitely enhanced my learning. So it's fun, I keep learning.
Make sure you come in and try it. It'll feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders. I felt more comfortable in my studies, completing anything necessary.
It's helped me become better, it's helped me hone those skills, and it's helped me make sure that my writing and my other academic areas are as strong as they can be.
Hi, I'm Monica here at Concordia University Chicago, and we're here outside of Concordia Hall. Concordia Hall is the university's newest residence hall, right on the edge of campus, perfect for students who want to explore the nearby downtown of Oak Park and River Forest. The flexible suite-style living in fully furnished bedrooms lets students choose what works best for them. Every floor is complete with a community lounge and full common kitchen, with a kitchenette, microwave, sink, and refrigerator. The first floor offers the Victory Lounge, connecting to 2 additional residence halls. with no shortage of ways to relax. You're also right next to an open, outdoor plaza, better known as Victory Lane.
So now we're here in Concordia Hall's suite style dorm room, and this is a really nice place to just hang out and chill. And since it's so big, there's plenty of room to spread out and do your homework and just relax. So now making our way into one of the bedrooms, there's plenty of space in this room for you and your roommate. A lot of times students will move the desks so that they've got their separate study space, but my roommate and I, we get along really well, so we can just work together here in the same space. Sometimes I like doing art as well, as you can see by the painting here. It's a 16 by 10 feet space, and most rooms on campus are 10 by 12 feet. So it's really nice to have a little extra space to work with here in Concordia Hall. So this hall is super close to the chapel and the Kennedy Community Center, which has the new Crossroads Dining Hall. So the location is super convenient. And I really love the city scene too. The location here is the closest on campus to the Oak Park River Forest downtown area, which has a ton of great stores and restaurants. Speaking of the city scene, I adore the view from this lounge because you can see the Chicago skyline right there.
Concordia Hall at Concordia University, Chicago.
You can't sleep here, Charlie.
Become a CUC nursing student and
Back here on the Cougar Sports Network for some second half action between these two teams. Concordia Chicago leading 38-23 over Judson University, but it has been an entertaining game so far here. Taking a look at some of those numbers from the first half for the Eagles. Madison Carlson leading the way. She's got 11 total points, and with that, she's really been just a floor general as well. She's been commanding the floor. She's been shooting well from outside. She's been making some successful drives in, and for the Eagles, being able to rely on her has been a huge key, and it's going to continue to be in the second half. She's 2 for 4 from 3. She's got 2 steals. She's got 4 boards, and she's going to continue to be a force to be reckoned with. And also for the Eagles, you know, looking at that size mismatch that we talked about a little bit, Jessica Meyer inside the paint, 6'4". She's standing much taller than any of the other Cougars. So looking to get her the ball a little bit more. She's only got 4 points on the day, but when she's getting the ball inside, the Cougars are triple teaming her. So if she's able to draw the defenders in, maybe collect some fouls, or even find some options out afterwards, those are going to be 2 of the big keys for the Eagles coming into the second half. Looking at things for the Cougars, they've had a successful first half of basketball. Sharing the wealth, Nevaeh Jackson, 10 points. Abby Dykstra, 9 points. Sophia Pedraza, 7 points. Those 3 have combined for 5 threes in the game so far. Abby Dykstra, she's 3 for 4 from deep. Sophia Pedraza has 1. Nevaeh Jackson has 1. But all around, it's been an all-around day for everyone. Kulig has 2 points. Yone Mera has 6 points. Pedraza 7. Lindley Southern has 4, so they've been doing a nice job of sharing the wealth, but continuing to move the ball, stay hot from the field. We saw at the end of that second quarter, both teams were struggling from the field. To end the quarter, the Cougars were 1 for their last 10. The Eagles were 0 for their last 10, so both teams have had a little bit of struggle from deep, but we're going to look to see what they can do here in the second half. We're just a minute 30 away from tip-off. We'll be right back on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, a fresh 10 on the game clock for the third quarter. And Judson starting off the half with the ball after that jump ball with just seconds to go. Ended the second quarter as that one slips through the hands of Carlson, but she's able to recover. Baseline drive from Grady. She finds the kick out. Back up top to Carlson. Little short corner look for Grady. She's going to take the baseline drive. Short corner look now for Potter. No good. Rebound to Kimball, who's up and good for 2. First points of the half go to the Eagles. Cougars have their original starting 5 back in, as do the Eagles. Dykstra on the near side wing. Kicks up top to Lopez. Lopez finds Yone Mera, who feeds the ball inside to Kulig. Kulig, little turnaround, jump shot off balance, and it's good for 2. Abby Kulig. 40-25 in favor of the Cougars. Centeno bringing the ball down, feeds it up to Grady. The corner look for Carlson for 3. No good, back iron, but the rebound into the hands of Centeno. Carlson started off shooting really well for the Eagles, but struggled to find some momentum late in the game. But a nice cut for Carlson. She puts it in and draws the foul. Maddie Carlson making me eat my words there, as she's going to have an opportunity for a 3-point play. Carlson's free throw is good. She completes the 3-point play. Yone Mera bringing the ball down the floor for the Cougars. Cuts back to her left. Takes the screen from Kulig. Finds some space, instead kicks out to Lopez. Lopez looks for Pedraza, but has that one picked off by Potter. A one-on-one here. Blocked by Pedraza! Oh my goodness! Sophia Pedraza pitches it ahead. One-on-one with Yone Mera, instead feeds it back out to Dykstra. I think Pedraza was surprised that she got a hand on that, but as I talked about earlier in the broadcast, Sophia Pedraza, a little bit of a spark as an up and under from Yone Mera, no good. A little bit of a spark from Pedraza. So far on the day, Sophia Pedraza, she's picked up 3 steals, 2 assists, and now 1 block. As that foul is going to send Potter to the free throw line. Alyssa Potter shooting 33% from the charity stripe, misses the first one. Misses the second one, and on her last free throw, looking to sink one. Her first free throws of the day here. And she goes at 1 for 3 from the line. 8 minutes to play in the quarter. Yone Mera bringing the ball down the floor. The pass to the corner, look for Pedraza. She's going to take some space inside. A little floater is good. Sophia Pedraza for 2. Tight defense, almost forcing the backcourt violation, but they get it across. A little look. Pump fake, 1 dribble pull up for Potter is good for 2. Potter got Pedraza jumping nearly out of the gym on that one, and with plenty of time was able to put that one off the glass. Dykstra feeds it inside to Kulig. Looks for the backdoor cut for Dykstra, has that one broken up by Potter. A good look as this one is fed ahead to Kimball. Looks like she was going to try to feed it into Grady, but then hesitated. So now a wide open look for Dykstra, whose layup is up and good. Carlson on the far side, looking for options. Feeds it back up top to Centeno. Corner look here for Potter. And Grady's going to get fouled on the drive in. And they're going to get Yone Mera on the foul. Yone Mera picking up her 3rd foul early in the 3rd quarter. As Holiday, Jackson, and Southern all checking back into the game for the Cougars. Carlson, a little step back. No good. Kulig with the rebound. Jackson bringing the ball down, a little in and out, gets right past Carlson. Jackson takes the screen from Kulig, finds some space, a floater up and no good. Carlson with the rebound, coming down quickly, feeds it ahead to Potter. Potter across court to Centeno, who pulls for 3, and it's good! Jada Centeno picks up a much-needed 3 for the Eagles. Her first 3 of the night. Kulig sends it back up to Jackson. Jackson dancing around the three-point line, feeds it over to Pedraza. 6 on the shot clock. Pedraza looks for a Southern cutting baseline. 2 on the shot clock, the kick. Jackson must throw one up. It hits iron. No good, but the rebound into the hands of Centeno. Again, the Cougars have been really, really good at playing unselfish basketball, but their clock awareness has been struggling just a little bit when it comes to that shot clock. I believe that's the 2nd or 3rd time that we've seen that same exact situation for the Cougars. They're passing the ball quite a bit. They're getting really good looks and then kicking the ball out for the better option. And then the shot clock winds down and they end up settling for an unfortunate shot. So it's a good problem to have when you're playing unselfish basketball, but you don't want to have those rushed shots very often, let alone multiple times within a game. Good defense from Graves. Jackson rejects the screen, feeds Kulig inside. Kulig looking for a backdoor cut. Carlson guarding her tightly. Pedraza up and in for 2. Count the basket and the foul. Sophia Pedraza heading to the line for the opportunity for the 3-point play. Pedraza up to 11 points on the day so far. Opportunity to make it 12. As that free throw just a tad short. Sofia Pedraza, still a smile on her face. She's a very fun soul for this CUC team. She actually sang the national anthem at the Cougars exhibition game at Lewis on Monday. Just on a whim, they needed some assistance, and she stepped up to sing the national anthem as Jackson misses another layup. That one poked away by Pedraza. Graves did not see her coming. Jackson trying to make it down court. Pedraza putting that one up, just misses. But Pedraza's going to go to the line for two, has a redemption shot here. But that is going to send things to a media timeout. So while these two teams take a break, we're going to take a quick one as well. Don't go anywhere, right here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, Sofia Pedraza drains 2 free throws, extends their lead. Eagles struggling to get their footing here as that pass is broken up by Kira Holiday. Eagles 4 turnovers in the last 2.5 minutes. Not what you're looking to see fresh into the second half. Carlson has to inbound in the back court. To Potter, she's able to get it across. Tight defense from Jackson. As the floater for Grady, no good. Kulig with the rebound. Pedraza looks to feed Jackson. Little short corner look to a wide open Southern. She feeds it over to Kulig, who's able to put that one off the glass, and good. Cougars hit 50. As that one almost broken up by Kulig, instead right into the hands of Kurzik, who's going to get fouled near the baskets. Lindley Southern picking up that foul. The Cougars been on a 6-0 run in the last minutes. Callie Kurzik looking to break that up with some free throws. Kurzik, one of the strongest free throw shooters on this Eagles squad. She's shooting just above 83% as she drains the first one here, breaking their scoring drought of nearly 2 minutes. Second free throw for Kurzik is good, 2 for 2, and some much needed points for the Eagles. The Cougars moving quickly. Eagles defense heavy guarding on Jackson, but leaving some open looks there for Pedraza. She pulls it back out, looking to drive in, feeds Holiday up top. High post look for Southern, kicks it out to Jackson. Jackson for 3, no good, back iron. Rebound into the hands of Carlson, who's coming down the floor quickly. She feeds it ahead, but just through the hands of Kimball. A great look from Carlson. Just a little bit too much juice on it for Kimball to be able to contain. Kimball, a senior on this squad, making a return this season after suffering a season-ending injury last year that held her out. As Kulig's shot no good, guarded by Kurzik. That one looked like an option for Centeno, but a one-handed grab from Jackson said otherwise. Tight defense from Grady on Jackson, some 23 on 23 there. Kulig looks for Yone Mera cutting in, up and off the glass, no good, but she's gonna collect the foul. Or not. I thought that was going to be a foul in favor of Yone Mera, but instead out of bounds there. Centeno coming on the floor. She finds Kurzik for a little short corner look. That's good. 50-37, under 3 to play in the quarter. Yone Mera pitches it up to Jackson. Guarded by Kurzik. Finds her way to the basket. No good. Rebound goes to Kimball. Kurzik with some wide open space. Blocked by Kulig! Oh my goodness, Abby Kulig from behind swats that ball. Sends things back down for the Cougars. Jackson up top now. A little hesitation in and out, up and good. Count the basket for Nevaeh Jackson. They're gonna get Bridget Grady on the foul. Jackson has the opportunity for a three-point play. Nevaeh Jackson, 3 for 4 from the charity stripe today. Makes that 4 for 5 as some fresh legs checking in Hannah Lopez and Abby Dykstra. Also checking back in for the Eagles was Maddie Carlson. Pitch ahead to Kurzik, looking down low for Kimball. Dykstra tried to read it and fouls Kimball in the process. So 2 free throws for Easton Kimball. Kimball shooting just about 73% from the charity stripe this season, drains that first one. Second free throw is good, brings her to 2 for 4 from the charity stripe here inside Geisman. Yone Mera gets hooked by Potter. The double team look deep in the backcourt results in the foul and a fresh 30 for the Cougars. Holiday inbounding, gets the ball to Yone Mera once again. A close call there as Holiday was barely back in bounds. Lopez to Southern in the corner, kicks it back up to Holiday, over to Yone Mera, who takes the screen, takes the double screen, takes the triple screen, finally pulls it back out. 10 on the shot clock, Yone Mera driving in, kicks it out, Kira Holiday for 3, no good, back iron, rebound into the hands of Centeno. Centeno pitches it forward to Kurzik. Kurzik with plenty of time and space, looks to feed it to Potter. But that's going to be batted out of bounds. 25 on the shot clock. Carlson inbounding now. Kimball with the ball. Feeds it up to Kurzik. Looks inside for Carlson. Met by a bunch of Cougars and a tough finish from Maddie Carlson through a bunch of traffic. Double team here in the backcourt. Dykstra able to get it to Yone Mera, who's able to pitch it forward. Lopez collects it. Yone Mera at the top, and she's going to get called for the travel. .107 remaining in the quarter. Carlson inbounds. She finds Potter. Centeno here, back to Potter. Feeds it inside to Kimball. Kimball back to Potter, who's going to take a baseline drive, loses it, And in an effort to save it, tosses it right to Yone Mera. Yone Mera pitches it ahead for Holiday. A little bit too much juice. And Holiday, in an attempt to save it, bounces it just out of bounds. So a pair of turnovers there gives the Eagles the ball with 48.3 seconds remaining in the quarter. Carlson up ahead to Potter. Back to Centeno. Carlson, no look pass, little back and forth action, but here's Kimball turning the corner, up and no good. Southern with the rebound, but the ball is high, almost stripped away, gets it to Lopez, passes it ahead, Holiday to Jackson. Jackson takes plenty of time and drains the layup for two. A much needed breath of relief for Jackson. You see that there as the shot clock is officially off. Double team in the corner, Kimball, wide open look for Kurzik. She's gonna take it in, no good. Gets her own rebound, back up for two. The importance of following your shot there. As 5 seconds remain, ball into the hands of Jackson, who's able to split traffic, but the deep three, no good. So we head to the final 10 minutes of play. Cougars lead the Eagles 55-43. Don't go anywhere, right here on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, final 10 minutes of play inside Geisman Gymnasium. Cougars start with the ball. They lead 55-43. Sophia Pedraza with the ball here. Jackson up top. Takes the screen from Holiday. Feeds it back over to Holiday, who's going to take the drive. Kicks it out to Lopez. Back up top. Holiday is down on the floor. Jackson's three, no good. Rebound into the hands of Kimball. And Kira Holiday in a lot of pain. Initially got up and then went back down onto the floor. Athletic trainer Jordan Lynn on the floor checking on her. Not something that you want to see, especially this early in the half. Excuse me, this early in the quarter, I should say. But she's able to get back up. Still looks like in a bit of pain, but might have just gotten the wind knocked out of her. So Yone Mera checking in place of Holiday. Said she's good, but with the training staff and coaching staff making their way onto the floor, having to check out there. Full court pressure from the Cougars as we are back underway. Look up top, look here. Corner look for Grady, no good. Stripped away by Jackson. The pitch ahead to Pedraza, whose shot is blocked by Carlson. Oh my goodness. Maddie Carlson coming in hot and absolutely swats that ball out of there. 25 on the shot clock. Baseline inbound for the Cougars. Kulig on the near side wing here, hands it off to Yone Mera, who thought about pulling a three behind the screen, instead drives it in. Triple team has options, sends it back out to Jackson. Jackson back over to Kulig. Now Yone Mera takes the three just off the mark into the hands of Kurzik. That one batted around, and it's going to stay with the Eagles. Lopez trying to get a hold of it, instead just bounces it right out of bounds. That one poked away but remains with the Eagles. Hot hands from Pedraza. Carlson driving in, has that one blocked by a plethora of Cougars. Not sure if it was Kulig or Lopez. Both were laughing. And somehow the foul is going to be attached to Centeno. I'm not quite sure. She must have gotten Jackson on the hand. Jackson was trying to split some traffic there. Centeno's fourth foul. The double team on Yone Mera creates some options here. Yone Mera a little slow to get back into the front court. Pitches this one into the corner. Hannah Lopez has her chance at a three. No good, into the hands of Carlson. Potter feeds inside to Kimball. And a great driving cut there. No good from Grady. Eagles just having a hard time connecting with the basket. They're making a lot of great cuts, a lot of great looks, but just struggling to get that ball through the rim. None of them are bad options, just having an off day. Corner look for Potter. Can she break through? No. Carlson gets the rebound and has it knocked out of play by Jackson. 20 on the shot clock. Southern checking back in for the Cougars. Up top for Grady. Feeds it over to Carlson. Carlson has that one rejected by Abby Kulig. Kulig having herself a day, as this one a wide open look for Jackson. The double team on Southern drew both defenders. Oh my goodness, Abby Kulig. 5 blocks so far on the day. Feed inside for Kimball. Up and good. And that's going to force a timeout here from the Eagles. CUC on top, 57-45. I mean, these two teams have been going back and forth all afternoon. We're seeing some runs here and there, but Abby Kulig jumping out for CUC, 6 points, but she's got 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 5 blocks. She's been a monster for the Cougars, and most notably, when you're looking at Abby Kulig, I think the most impressive stat here is 0 fouls. We are into the fourth quarter, and Kulig, who's historically had a little bit of trouble playing a clean game without fouls because she is going for blocks consistently and she is playing aggressive in the paint. She's known to pick up quite a few fouls early on in the game, and she's played a clean game so far. So hats off to Abby Kulig. But a big run here, 57-45, the lead in favor of CUC. Carlson still leading the way for the Eagles. She's got 16 points on the day, 8 boards as well. 1 block, 2 steals, 2 assists. Coming out of the timeout, it looks like the same 5 will remain on the court for the Cougars. But for the Eagles, checking back in is Jessica Meyer. I talked about her a little bit coming into the second half. Jessica Meyer, a 6'4" senior. And when she's in the game, the Cougars are really locking down in the paint. They're even triple teaming her. So Meyer utilizing her size to either get to the basket and make the Cougars foul, or finding some options back outside. We can imagine that that's going to be more prevalent here in the second half. But the Cougars, 15 on the shot clock. Pedraza kicks back out. Jackson thought about a 3. Instead takes the screen from Pedraza, finds Lopez on the opposite wing. 5 to shoot. That one's batted around and into the hands of Grady. Carlson, wide open layup for 3 is good. 10-point lead for the Cougars. Jackson inbounds to Southern. Gets it back to Jackson. Pitches ahead to Pedraza. I believe it was tipped by Grady. No, they're going to say that it wasn't. So looking for the run option from Pedraza. We've seen that work so far in the day, being able to just pitch it ahead and hope that Pedraza is going to be able to get there in time. But they are going to get the offensive foul on Meyer. They're going to say she hooked Kulig. Both of them ended up on the ground. Holiday checking back in. I thought that they were going to call Kulig for that foul, and I might have jinxed her a little bit there. Broadcaster's jinx is a real thing, so I was a little worried for a second. But Kulig remains foul-less here as we have 6:30 to play in the game. Pedraza guarded tightly by Potter. Over to Holiday. Takes the screen from Kulig. Holiday cuts a corner up, no good. Rebound into the hands of Carlson. She's able to get it into the hands of Kurzik before she goes out of bounds. A little bit of too much momentum there, just carried her a little bit, but a nice read as that one swatted away by Kulig. 20 on the shot clock. Up top for Potter, finds Kurzik, looks for a cutting Potter, and she's able to sink that one from just inside the paint. A nice cut from Alyssa Potter. Makes this a single-digit game, and they're going to get Carlson now on the foul. Jackson does a nice job of engaging in contact wherever she's at on the floor. She's never shying away from the contact, and it makes it really difficult to guard her because a lot of times when you're playing tight defense, you're expecting whoever you're guarding to shy away a little bit and create some of that, as that one is going to be foul. Kulig hits the deck pretty hard. Meyer right in there to help pick her back up. Great sportsmanship, things you love to see here inside Geisman. But Kulig going to the line as that foul charged to Callie Kurzik. She picks up her fourth foul here with just around 5.5 to play, as Kulig's first free throw, no good. Looking to break up the 6-0 run the Eagles have been on in the last minute and a half or so. As she misses both free throws, rebound it to Kurzik. Kurzik pitches ahead to Carlson. Back to Kurzik. Has that one poked away by Pedraza. The feed, can Pedraza get there in time? She does, but pulls it out. Catches a trailing Kulig, who puts it up and in for two. Cougars are moving quickly as Carlson pulls for a three. No good, back iron into the hands of Lopez. Lopez guarded by Carlson. Here's some full court pressure. Pedraza picking up another steal, her fifth of the day. Kulig up top, feeds it over to Jackson. Jackson takes the screen, a little floater off balance, high off the glass is good. Carlson feeds it down low to Meyer, who's up and good for two. A wide open look for Jessica Meyer. Brings this back within 10. Jackson pitches ahead to Kulig, finds Lopez across court, pitches it up to Holiday. Holiday slows things down, hands it back to Jackson. Jackson, little stutter step there. Once again, engaging in contact. And they are going to get Bridget Grady for the foul. And that's going to trigger the media timeout of the quarter. CUC on top, 61-51, 4:19 remaining. We'll be right back on the Cougar Sports Network. Back here on the Cougar Sports Network, Nevaeh Jackson at the line. She sinks the first free throw. 62-51, 4:19 remaining. Jackson 5 for 6 at the charity stripe. Makes that 6 for 7 and extends the Cougar lead even further. Centeno back on the floor for the Eagles. She's playing with 4 fouls. Carlson over to Centeno. A deep 2. You got it. Jada Centeno drains a 2. Eagles have been sparking up from the field in this quarter. 5 of their last 6 from the field have been good. In comparison to what we saw late in the second quarter, where both teams were struggling from the field and only picking up points from the charity stripe. 8 on the shot clock. Lindley Southern high post look is good. Lindley Southern has found her groove. That high post and mid-range look. Pedraza looking for another steal. Here's the high post and mid-range look for Centeno, who drains it. Back to a 10-point lead for the Cougars. Jackson with the ball, guarded by Carlson. Ten on the shot clock. Jackson takes some space, looks to feed it to Kulig, has that one poked away by Potter. Carlson now takes it herself, up and in for 2. Maddie Carlson with a finger roll to the basket. Kira Holiday takes her time, finds the right option, gets it to Kulig, back to Holiday. 2:40 to play in the game. Holiday guarded tightly by Centeno. She cuts inside, kicks it out to Southern. Southern thought about a 3, said feeds it back up to Pedraza. Pedraza cutting in, looks for the floater, instead dishes off to Kulig. Off balance look, no good. And now they're going to get Abby Kulig for her first foul of the day. Kulig battling with Grady for the rebound and picks up foul number 1. I think Kulig was hoping for a clean game as well. You could see on her face that she knew she had fouled and missed out on that opportunity for the clean sweep. 65-57 in favor of the Cougars. Kimball, guarded by Kulig, has that one stripped away. Jump ball! Staying with the Eagles, but a great opportunity there that Kulig took. As soon as Kimball turned and put that ball right in front of Kulig, she was going to take whatever chance she had at it. The inbound goes to Kimball, back up top to Centeno. The high post look for Grady, and they're going to get the foul on the floor. They're going to get Abby Kulig for the foul. Now the floodgates have opened. Abby Kulig back to her usual ways. 2:06 remaining in the game. Kimball with the ball. Feeds short corner for Potter. Back up top. Good ball movement from the Eagles. A 3 for Carlson. No good. Back iron. Rebound goes to Kimball. But they're going to get the foul. Abby Kulig picks up her 3rd foul in probably a matter of 2 minutes. Potter feeds it right back inside for Grady. Kicks out to Carlson. Carlson, a stutter step. That ball is batted around. Ends up into the hands of Pedraza. Coming on the floor quickly. Feeds it over to Southern. Southern up top to Kulig. Slows things down. Kulig directing traffic. Hands the ball off to Yone Mera. Jackson, guarded by Potter. Hands the ball over to Pedraza. 12 on the shot clock. Pedraza calling for a screen. She takes it. Kicks it out to Southern. Southern thought about a 3. Instead pulls for that mid-range jumper. And it's good. Lindley Southern from mid-range. Little bit unstoppable right now. Minute 15 to play. Centeno with the ball. Finds the backdoor cut from Potter. Potter up and good for 2. And the Eagles are going to call a timeout. 1:07 remaining. CUC on top, 67-59. The Cougars good from the field for 4 of their last 5. Meanwhile, the Eagles, 5 of their last 6 have been good. And sharing the ball is the theme today for both of these teams. We're seeing a lot of extra pass shots. We're seeing a lot of great off-ball cuts that's resulting in some of these fast-paced buckets. Nevaeh Jackson jumping out to 21 points so far. Pedraza, 13 points, 6 steals here in this game. Sophia Pedraza, I talked about her quite a bit already today and the impact that she has made on this CUC team early as a freshman. But setting a new career high for steals after she picked up her 6th. So congratulations, Sophia Pedraza, on a new career high. As we have a minute 7 to play. Eagles out of timeouts. Cougars still have 3 remaining. Media timeout has been used. I believe the same 5 on the floor for the Eagles. And it looks as though the same 5 on the floor for the Cougars. Lindley Southern now up to 8 points on the day, marking a career high for Southern as well. So Lindley Southern, congratulations on a career high. Yone Mera coming down the floor quickly. She kicks it out to Southern, back up top to Pedraza. Over to Jackson. And Jackson draws the foul on Potter. And that's going to put Jackson at the free throw line here. Jackson 6 for 7 from the charity stripe so far today. Make that 7 for 8. And in a world of career highs, I want to add one more to the list. Abby Kulig, career high, 5 blocks. Congratulations, Abby Kulig, on another career high here. As that long 3 missed back iron, but the rebound goes to Carlson, whose layup no good, but goes right into the hand of Grady, who hits the floor. She's able to get the ball out to Centeno, who's able to drain the bucket, makes it a 10-point game. Jackson into Kulig. Kulig pitches it up ahead, looking for Yone Mera. Instead, pitches it away. Looked like the Eagles are trying to foul, but instead they forced the turnover. 36.5 seconds remaining, 69-61 in favor of the Cougars. Carlson pulls for 3, no good, front iron, rebound into the hands of Southern, who gets fouled hard. Grady picking up the foul, that's gonna put Southern at the charity stripe at the other end. And I believe they're going to say that is Grady's 5th foul. Bridget Grady's 5th foul, ending the day here today. 26.5 seconds remaining. Lindley Southern at the free throw line, shooting her first free throws of the day. First free throw, no good. On the season, Southern shooting about 50% from the charity stripe. As free throw number 2 goes in, so checks out for the 50% from the season. Shot clock officially off. Centeno coming down quickly. She feeds it up top to Kurzik. Centeno bobbles it around a little bit. Feeds it low off the shin of Kimball. She was looking to get that bounce pass wrapped around the defenders, but instead just a little bit off and unplayable for Kimball. So we're going to see a timeout here. CUC calling a timeout with 16.6 seconds remaining. They have a 9-point lead. Checking back into the game for the Cougars is Abby Dykstra and Kira Holliday, so a little bit of defensive, offensive action there. Dykstra been hot for CUC today. 4 for 6 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3. 11 total points. So looking to potentially find her outside the perimeter. Some subs for the Eagles on standby, potentially looking to do the same thing here. With that timeout, the Cougars are able to advance the ball, so that puts them in their front half of the court. 16.6 seconds remaining here. Looks like Pedraza to inbound. Double team on Yone Mera. She's able to get the ball in, and she's going to get fouled rather quickly. We'll see who they call for the foul. They're going to get Potter for the foul. And on that, we're going to see Kulig and Southern checking back in. Like I said, a little offense-defense action. Checking in for the Eagles as well. Kira Graves coming in place of Potter. Yone Mera's first free throw is good. Yone Mera making her first trip to the charity line tonight. Second free throw off the front iron. Almost has that one stripped away by Jackson. Instead, Kurzik coming on the floor. Now it is stripped away. Ball on the ground, and they're going to call for a kick ball. Kurzik and Pedraza both rolling around on the ground trying to get after it. Sophia Pedraza trying to pick up another steal here. 6 is not good enough for the freshman. 4.4 seconds remaining. Centeno back over to Carlson. Carlson, a floater, no good, into the hands of Jackson. And that's going to do it for today. CUC picking up the 71-61 victory over Judson, picking up their third consecutive win this season. Taking a look at some of these final stats, it was a back-and-forth game. The Cougars able to hold on to the lead for the majority of the game. Eagles only able to hold the lead for under a minute of this game early on. CUC shooting 26 for 59 from the field, 5 for 16 from 3, 14 for 22 from the free throw line, but 26 total rebounds. Big difference coming in some of those defensive statistics. The Cougars at 6 blocks, 18 steals, 19 assists. Looking at the Eagles, they shot 25 for 66 from the field, 2 for 19 from 3. They were able to pick up 46 total rebounds. But looking at some of those other statistics that I was talking about, only 2 blocks, 8 steals, and 18 assists compared to the CUC numbers. But final count here, Carlson at 20 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, so a double-double for Maddie Carlson. On the flip side for the Cougars, Nevaeh Jackson led the way, 23 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. So a all-around fantastic outing for these two teams. Abby Kulig leading the way with 7 rebounds, and Sophia Pedraza leading the way with 5 assists and 6 steals. But don't go anywhere. We're going to have a post-game interview coming up in just a few minutes right here on the Cougar Sports Network. What's going on, Cougar fans? I'm Kayla McLeod, joined here by Abby Kulig. Abby, first of all, congratulations on your guys' third consecutive win this season. What's it feel like to pick up a win like that here on your home floor?
It's honestly amazing. Like, going into break 2, we wanted to go out with a bang, so it's super nice to win, and it's nice to win at home. So.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk a little bit about you. First of all, picking up a career high in terms of blocks. I believe it was 5 blocks you picked up, career high, and then you also put up 7 boards. So overall, just a defensive threat today. And coming in, you didn't have Grace King dressing on the floor today, who's been a really big presence and helping you in the paint a lot. So what was the mindset to be able to get you to where you needed to be today, especially knowing that you were the only one working inside the paint?
Yeah, my main goal today was to try not to foul. So I didn't want to block a ton of shots. I mean, some of them kind of just came to me. So I was trying to pick up on the rebounding because Grace is our best rebounder. So I was trying to pick that up a little bit, and then just the blocks kind of came to me, I guess, and then I got on a little bit of a roll. But I was just trying to do what I can for my team, and I know that I bring the defense, so just trying to do the best I can with that.
So you mentioned it. Let's talk about those fouls a little bit, because I think in the entire time that I've known you here at Concordia, I don't know if I've ever seen you go the majority of a game without fouling. And obviously being down another big to play in the paint, it's important to not foul, but you went almost the entirety of the game without picking up a single foul, which is difficult to do in a game in general, but let alone when you're working inside the paint, and especially when you're going up against, Judson had some players that had some height advantage on you. So how were you able to shift that and play clean defense, especially in a clutch time like today?
Yeah, honestly, I knew that the best thing I could do for my team was to stay on the floor. So to stay on the floor, I needed to play with my hands up, and they've been telling me that the whole game. So I was just trying to do what I can to stay on the floor, because I know that I can help my team out when I'm standing in the paint, scaring people away. So just trying to do my best, and battling in the post, I love it. So I think it's fun, and I can, if I can do what I can for the team and get out a win, then that's what I want to do.
Absolutely. Well, now let's talk about the team a little bit. You guys did a really nice job of sharing the ball. 19 assists throughout the team today. There was so many extra pass looks, and there was a couple times that the shot clock was really winding down because everybody was just passing the ball, and there was so many possessions that every single person on the floor touched that ball before a shot went up. Has that been a shift in what you guys have been focusing on? Has that been a primary focus all season for you guys to be able to find that next look and that better look? Or is this something that you guys had tailored specifically for today?
We've been talking about it pretty much all season, but we focused on it a lot yesterday. Moving the ball, sharing the ball. We know that we get the best look when every single person on the floor touches the ball, so we've been really focusing on that. And personally, I like an assist more than I like a layup, so I'm always looking for that extra pass. And we're always talking about like one more, give the ball energy. So just sharing the ball is always the best option. We've been really focusing on that this past week.
Awesome. Well, CUC picking up a big-time 71-61 victory over Judson right here inside Geisman. Women's basketball takes a short little Christmas break for the holiday. They'll be back in action right here in Geisman on New Year's Eve, hosting Anderson University. But Abby, congratulations, like I said, on another career high today and a win. Thank you. Go celebrate with your team.
Thank you.
As always, roll Cougs.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's Concordia University Chicago Cougars Athletics broadcast. We hope to see you on campus very soon. If you would like to learn more about what Concordia Chicago has to offer, go to cuchicago.edu.